Hey everybody, it's Mergle, and today we're gonna have a bit of fun again with numbers because I don't know what's going on, but they said that they're changing the artifact knowledge cap again. So originally, when 7.2 was announced, they said 40 would be the artifact knowledge cap. Somebody came in and he was like, "Nah, man, 50 is gonna be the artifact knowledge cap." And then today they were like, "That's far too much. We don't want 50. We're going back to 40. So 40 is going to be the artifact knowledge cap. And the way, I mean, if they're bothering to do this, it leads me to believe that they had no intention of going past 50 ever. So 40 is probably going to be our artifact knowledge cap for the rest of the expansion. And it's going to get a little wild. So now they changed the way AP works and stuff. So a lot of these calculations are going to be strange, but I'll try and do it right. So here we go. This is the artifact knowledge. So artifact knowledge for level 40 is 4,100%. Quite a big difference, right? You see that? Huge difference. So if you're going by the baseline increase, it's 40,001 increase. This initially at 50 was 552,001. So huge difference. Okay, now this is where it gets wild, right? So the baseline used to be, I don't know what changed, because the baseline now is 775, right? It used to be 1200, so it used to be that. So, but with all those extra tokens and stuff you get, it's probably still around 1200. Just you get a whole bunch more tokens, and it scales increasingly with each artifact or each mythic keystone you do. So like a level 19, you're going to get a ton of tokens, all worth varying amounts. So I'm not sure what the actual baseline is if you conclude all those tokens, but the baseline main token is 775 between 10 and 14. So we're just going to use this number. So if you times that by 40,001, you get 31 million roughly. We'll just leave it at 31 million because this is pretty much negligible. So 31 million. And if you go based on the old cap, 775 is 427,800,000. It's quite a big difference between 31 million. Just look at the difference, right? That is 13.8 times the same amount. So now here comes the fun part, right? So here we go. We just started, and we somehow immediately boosted to 40 artifact power, and we're just gonna see how long it takes us to do anything of any interest. All right. That's that. All right. So we have gotten to the point that we've completed our artifact, sort of. What are we missing? We're missing one more trait. There it is. This is the complete artifact without starting concordance. So right there, 1.7 billion. Now, with the new AP tokens at 40 artifact knowledge, it would take you 31 million 55 mythic plus 10 to 12, or mythic plus 10 to 14 dungeons, 55 to complete your artifact, assuming you can get into one. I mean, you're obviously not gonna do much damage without filling out your artifacts, so you'd probably do world quests and stuff. But let's say you just got carried through a mythic plus 10. It's gonna take you 55 mythic plus 10s worth of AP just to complete the artifact, not starting concordance. If you add in concordance, that's an additional 500 million, so a couple more in there. Let's do that calculation. Okay, by 31 million. Okay, so only 16 more mythic plus 10 dungeons and you'll actually have concordance. This is quite a bit different from the old artifact knowledge cap plus the old amount. It would only take you 2 to get this far. 2 Mythic plus 10 dungeons, you could have gotten this far with Artifact Knowledge 50 and the old AP tokens. Massive difference. But that's okay. That's okay. 71 Mythic plus 10 dungeons is completely reasonable for filling out your weapon and getting the first trait of Concordance. This is where, it gets a little rough. So, at this point, I started working on another weapon. I'm not too concerned. I'll get these ranks. Maybe. If I even care. I started working on another weapon. See, this is the problem, right? This is where you start getting into the, why should I bother? This is the Concordance at max trait, which is 11,800 increase. For me, it's intellect, but this is how much AP it takes. Okay, this is where you start having the issues, right? We're gonna say that you're doing 10 Mythic plus 10 dungeons every day. That's the scale we used last time. So there you go. That number right there, divided by 31 million. Your nice AP token from Mythic plus 10. 27,930,407 Mythic plus 10s. Here, that's a little bit, isn't it? So we're gonna say you're doing 10 a day. 10 of those every single day, right? Only take you 2,793,040 days to complete this. Let's divide that by years. 7,652 years to complete your artifact weapon now that they're scaling it back to 40. When we did this before, it was going to take you 176 years. But apparently somebody at Blizzard thought, nah, that's far too reasonable, man. So 7,652 years. Your whole family generation is going to be dead before your weapon's completed. And our new robot overlords will have to spare some of their time to completing our artifact weapon at this point. I don't know. I don't know at this point, man. So, this is how long it's going to take you. This many years. 7,652 years to complete your artifact weapon, assuming you can do 10 a day. So, yeah. Get to work.